I'm thinking about the movie that is the fifth movie I'm going to talk about in my 10 flicks that made a big impact on me. And it came out, I think it came out in 88. Pretty sure it was 88, but I didn't see it until after that, like in 89, I believe. And the quote that's most famous for it is said by the main star of it, Melanie Griffith. And it's, I have a head for business and a bod for sin. Is there anything wrong with that? Of course, she says it a lot sexier than I just did. And I always thought that one of the best lines of the movie came from Sigourney Weaver. And it's where she's talking about the absolutely delightful Jack Trainer, played by the always handsome and dashing Harrison Ford. Yes, I'm talking about him again, and I probably will, maybe one more time, I don't know. But she talks about their relationship, or what she perceives as their relationship and how advanced it is, and says, well, we're in the same city now. I've indicated I'm receptive to an offer. I've cleared the month of June, and I am, after all, me. She's talking about her potential to get married to this guy. Why wouldn't he ask her? I mean, she is, after all, her. I love Working Girl. That's the movie I'm talking about, if you haven't figured it out already. Because Working Girl came about at a time when I appreciated it for what it was, for a few reasons. I think it's really funny and smart. And those two things always go hand in hand when Mike Nichols is involved, who's one of my all-time favorite directors. I was truly devastated when he left this planet, because I just think there was just nobody like him, and he has some of my favorite movies, including The Graduate, of course, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, two of my all-time favorite movies. But I love Working Girl. That one would be in there with them, because I understood Tess. I understood Tess McGill. She was that person who never could get ahead. And no matter what she tried to do, she tried to follow all the rules. She tried to do it right, and she kept getting pushed back down. And so she just realized the only way she was going to do it is if she breaks the rules and worry about the consequences later. And I can't say I related, to her background as much, but I got it. I got that idea of trying to move up. And I didn't really appreciate this movie as much until a few years later, because I saw it when I was finishing up my first year of college. And it wasn't until I was out there in the corporate world trying to make it, and, the little rat in the maze chasing after the cheese, as someone in administrative / marketing / communication roles throughout my early to mid-20s. And every time I would achieve something, I would feel like I got that office window, seat, and realized there was still a bigger office, and there was still a higher floor, and there was still a better job. And so there are moments in that movie that are spectacular, but to me it's true movie magic, and I won't give away the movie to anybody who hasn't seen it, although, it is from 1989, so your 30-year window is coming close to narrowing. But there's a beautifully shot final scene that is both joyful for a character and at the same time for the viewer unsettling, as you realize this rat race never ends. And as I said, there will always be a higher floor and a bigger office and a bigger desk and a better view and a bigger piece of cheese. And it just never, ever, ever flipping ends. But if you can appreciate that piece of cheese while it's in your little hands and, and go for it, that you can pretty much do anything if you set your mind to it, in spite of who you may run into, like the Sigourney Weaver's characters, the Catherine Parkers of the world. So it's a great movie. It came at a really good time for me. It kept me motivated to keep going, keep chasing after things at a time when I was struggling to make it on my own. I was going through my first, after my first marriage, I was separated and trying to make ends meet with very little. It was a movie like Working Girl that really kept me going. And I highly recommend it to anybody who needs maybe a little bit of encouragement. See it if you haven't.